What's going on, guys? JB Lion back with another video, and today we are doing the pre-match review for England versus Croatia. Like we always say before any video, if you're new around here, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, hit the sub button. If you want to know when I upload, hit the bell icon. And yeah, let's just get straight into this game pre-match review for Croatia. Obviously, we're quite heavy into the World Cup now. Most teams have played their first match. Unlike ourselves, we are near the end of the pile to play our game. But nonetheless, it is going to be an absolutely monumental game. We've obviously had some dominant performances so far, from Germany winning 7-1 to the shocker of Sweden beating I can't remember who it was, but they beat Tunisia. They beat Tunisia 5-1, which is an absolute shock performance. And then you got Cape Verde drawing literally with Spain today, and plenty more shocks on the door. And obviously, I hope we aren't going to be one of those shocks. Not that it would be a shock if England lost to Croatia, because Croatia are a really handy side. They have some absolutely quality players. Kovacic, Modric, you know, the list goes on and on. Guardiol, and you know, the list goes on and on. I'm sure Perisic is probably still kicking about. And yeah, they're just a very veteran side, but they're very, very good at what they do. And it is going to be a really tricky game for Southgate. Obviously, in our last game, we did play well. We did start to see a bit of what Southgate's cooking in the England squad. But we're going to need to make sure we get off on the right foot. We are going to need a win, and it needs to be comprehensive. It can't just be a scraping a 1-0. It needs to be pretty comprehensive. You know, I'm thinking 2-0. My favourite scoreline, if you've ever watched any of my videos, a 3-0. And yeah, it needs to just be comprehensive regardless of whatever the performance is. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. Oh, so yeah, it needs to be something. It needs to be a comprehensive win. Do I think we're able to do it? 100%. You know, we are capable of it. We have got one of the better squads in the tournament. I know there's teams with better squads than us, but for us, we are one of the strongest squads in the tournament, at least in the bookies. I think we're third to win it for some odd reason, which I can't understand. But there we are, really sit in the position that we are. Obviously, like I said, last game, Anthony Gordon had a really good game, and I think, you know, we're kind of seeing what Tuchel's cooking up. And yeah, it's going to certainly be an interesting game. Like I said, the World Cup's been pretty mental so far. I hate the water breaks. I think the water breaks are a complete and utter waste of time. I do get it, they need it, because obviously otherwise they're not going to get enough hydration on, and this could cause issues, but they do just slow up the game. And obviously, like I said, it's going to be a certainly interesting game going to Croatia. You know, we've played them before in other tournaments, and, you know, haven't been so lucky in other tournaments. I think they knocked us out in one tournament. But we certainly, like I say, a better side now, better group of players, and Tuchel is definitely going to be, you know, cooking something special up. I think, obviously, the predicted lineup is going to be the normal one, really. I'm going to go with Jordan Pickford in goal. I reckon he's going to do a back line of Reece James, Mark Gahey, John Stones, and Rico Lewis. Midfield of Declan Rice and Anderson. Out on the left, Anthony Gordon. Down the middle, Jude Bellingham. Out on the right, I reckon it'd be Bukayo Saka if he's fit enough. And then up front, obviously, Harry Kane. I reckon that's how he's going to line up. You know, like I said, it's going to have to be a big performance. I saw a lot of people giving Pickford stick, saying that he potentially could be the problem if England do lose. He could be causing, you know, he could be the issue, because obviously when we played against the team we did the other day, he did almost screw up. But at the end of the day, Pickford, and I think people forget this, has been one of our most consistent players across that England team. Across all the tournaments, Pickford's always been there. He's done what we needed him to do in the moments we did, like the penalties. He saved 2 penalties against Italy in that final that we still didn't win somehow. And yeah, he's just been Mr. Consistent across the tournament. So I think if, you know, anyone's going to fail, I don't think it's going to be him. Yes, of course, you know, maybe a lack of concentration, but I just don't see us having as much of an easy game as we did the other night. I reckon all the games are going to be extremely tough, and I think people need to remember that. It is only friendly, so hopefully Pickford will be switched on for the games, which I'm pretty sure he is. Like I said, he's the most consistent player across the board for us as far as England go. Obviously off topic with England, I saw that Cucurella's made his switch to Real Madrid. Pretty interesting if you ask me, considering, you know, a few months ago he was saying, I would never leave, I would never leave, I would never go play for Real Madrid, and now he's gone to Real Madrid. And obviously he said that he likes the sound of Xabi Alonso's project and then switched sides. I think, personally, it isn't as bad as what people are making out. Yes, he was one of our best left-backs we had, but he is 27, he's only got a few years left in him. And it's not like we've let him go to a major rival of ours. We're not in Europe next year, so we're not going to see him next year at least, maybe the year after. But by then, he might not have even played well enough to be in the squad. Like I said, people got to remember, he ain't as good as what people make out he is. He was good underneath Maresca, but whether he'll be good under Mourinho, who knows. But yeah, England-wise, I reckon it's going to be 2-0, hopefully. That's going to be my result, or my at least predicted result. We need a goal early on, take the sting out of Croatia. But we've got to be ready, because Croatia are going to be very regimented. They're going to know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to have the players where they need the players, and yes, certainly going to be an interesting game. But yes, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys' thoughts are on these on the match. If you guys think England are going to win, if Croatia are going to win, just please do let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear it. But yes, I've been JB Line. I'll see you dudes, dudettes, and everyone else in the next video. Peace, guys. Woo! Come on, England!